itself on Earth rather quickly after conditions became suitable, because for about 700 million years, our planet and the others were being pounded quite mercilessly by asteroids and comets, huge objects smashing into the planet, some of which had enough energy to boil the oceans. So Earth was not a very hospitable place until about 3.8 billion years ago. But already by 3.5 billion years ago, it had become well established. So that window was rather narrow. And so that leads to another argument, which is often used, why the universe should be teeming with life. It was an argument best summed up by Carl Sagan, who said that the origin of life must be a highly probable affair. As soon as condition permits, up it pops. Well, we see there in the chart how the heavy bombardment of Earth continued and then abated around about the time that life must have first got going. So that suggested to Carl Sagan that this window, which might have been as narrow as 200 million years, seemed to suggest that life forms fairly easily. But we have to be really careful with this argument for the problem that we keep coming back to, that at this stage we only know one sample of life, and we are it, here on Earth. We only have one thing to go on. And you can't really draw a statistical conclusion from a sample of one. You see, it's obvious that supposing life was exceedingly rare in the universe, and so maybe only tiny fraction, 1 in a trillion planets in a vast region, much bigger than the volume of space that we can see with our best instruments. Supposing in that vast region, life only occurs on a handful of planets, then only in a tiny subset of those might intelligent life form. But if intelligent life is going to form, it had better form quickly, because the window of opportunity for life to emerge on a planet isn't infinite. In about another 800 million years, the sun will be too hot for life to exist on Earth. It will boil the oceans. So life had to arise on Earth. If there was going to be life on Earth at all, it had to arise in a window of time about 4 billion years long. And if life was to evolve, intelligent beings like us, who then wonder about their origins, it had better get going very quickly, otherwise that window would close before intelligent life evolved. So it could be a selection effect. It could be that life is exceedingly rare and intelligent life is even rarer. But where you get intelligent life, you will find that life on that planet has to start quickly. So the fact that